Now, I was very fortunate in 2009, 2010, 2011. I worked at Crystal Palace, and Wilfried Zaha was one of my players. Wilf, you couldn't coach Wilf. Wilf is your player that you talk about, that you wouldn't talk to him about how to receive on the back foot, because he was so unorthodox. He was so unorthodox, but you let him get on with it, because it wasn't worth trying to coach him, because that wasn't the player that he was. So you also have to recognise. So what you would do regards to a Wilfried was that you wouldn't coach him as in regards to his ability, but you would try and coach him or guide him or build rapport with him and trust on the training field if you're going to 11v11ers, thinking about the things of the positions that he might want to take up. See, I work on, for me, I'm an 80-20 person. I'm 80% my team, 20% maximum of the other team. But when I was working with Wilfried Zaha, I'd really be talking about how he was going to do damage to the opposition. I would very, very rarely, would say to him, "You need, when we ain't got it, you've got to get back in this." But it was a saying, and I learnt that from later on in my playing career when I played with David Ginola, and David was by far the most incredible, talented footballer I'd ever graced a football field with. But boy, was he one lazy bugger. And you would not be able to get him to do, like, if you played him left wing, don't expect him to track the right back, because he won't. But there again, I played against David Ginola, and he gave me a torrid time for about 25 minutes in a game one day, Spurs versus Newcastle. But because he let me go, he just, when we lost the ball, he was always in a position to receive the ball. And I think that if you're a team that's going to be a little bit under pressure, sometimes it's a great thing to have, that you know that there's someone there. They're always in the position. They always go in a position to look to get on the ball. And you can't coach that. You can't coach that. It's more about building rapport and trust with that person, or going around and put a little bit of an arm around them, you know, a few quiet words, maybe a little bit light-hearted, laughing a joke, and this, that. Listen, we might be touching on this today. Just I need you to really concentrate when we do that, yeah, because I want to get this. I want, for the other players, I want them to get this point. I want them to, they really, really need to understand what I'm asking them to do. And you're quite crucial, and you can help me in regards to doing this. And that's normally the way that I would go around it, in that way.